The easiest way to transform yourself is to embrace silence where it speaks louder than words. True wisdom begins when we listen more than we speak. Hi friends, welcome to Elated Motivation. Today, I bring you a story not just to listen to but to live by, a story of transformation, self-realization, and the incredible power of silence. A long time ago, in a distant kingdom, there lived a young man named Jackson. He was intelligent, ambitious, and full of energy. However, he had one flaw: his quick temper and habit of arguing over every little thing. His words were sharp, his reactions instant, and his patience nearly non-existent. Over time, people started distancing themselves from him. He found himself growing lonelier, unable to understand why life felt so unkind despite his good intentions. One day, he heard that a wise priest was preaching in the nearby forest. He had always been intrigued by the priest's teachings but never sought them out. This time, something inside him urged him to go. Maybe, just maybe, he would find answers there. The 10 moments of silence. As Jackson reached the gathering, he saw a huge crowd listening in complete stillness. The priest's voice was calm yet powerful. His words felt like a soothing river, washing away the burdens of the heart. During his discourse, the priest said, "If you wish to bring true change in your life, learn to remain silent in 10 moments." Jackson felt a spark of hope. Could silence really be the answer? After the sermon, he approached the priest and bowed. "Master, please guide me. When should I embrace silence? How can I change myself?" The priest smiled and said, "If you truly wish to change, you must be patient and willing to observe yourself. Are you ready?" Jackson nodded eagerly, and so began his journey of transformation. 1. When someone criticizes you. Jackson, when someone criticizes you, stay silent. Criticism is like a mirror. It shows you a reflection. If you react instantly, you shatter the mirror. But if you pause, you might see something worth improving. The priest shared a story. "A man once insulted me, calling me names. I simply listened. When he was done, I asked, 'If someone offers you a gift and you do not accept it, to whom does it belong?' The man replied, 'To the giver.' I smiled and said, 'Then your words remain with you, for I do not accept them.'" Jackson realized that criticism only has power if we let it affect us. 2. When someone tries to argue. Arguments do not bring truth. They only feed the ego. In silence, you gain clarity. The priest narrated, 2 farmers were fighting over land. Both believed they were right. I asked, "Did you bring this land when you were born? Will you take it when you die?" They had no answer. Their silence revealed the truth. Jackson learned that silence often resolves what words cannot. 3. When someone is angry. Anger is a fire. If you add words, it burns brighter. But silence is water. It cools the flames. The priest told a story of a king who sentenced his minister to death in anger. The minister remained silent. The next day, the king regretted his decision and spared his life. If he had argued, he might have lost everything. The priest said. Jackson realized that silence could save relationships and even lives. 4. When you feel sad. One day, Jackson was overwhelmed with sorrow. He confessed to the priest, "Master, I cannot bear this pain." The priest replied, "When you are sad, remain silent. Silence allows you to listen to yourself, to your pain, to the lessons hidden within." Pain, the priest explained, is a teacher in disguise. 5. When someone provokes you. When someone tries to provoke you, silence is your strongest shield. It frustrates them, but it empowers you. The priest told him about a monk who was constantly harassed by villagers. The monk never reacted. Over time, the villagers stopped. His silence had changed them. Jackson realized that silence was a force stronger than any insult. 6. When you do not want to help. Not every battle is yours to fight. Not every situation needs your advice. The priest explained, if someone does not ask for your help, do not force it upon them. Let them seek wisdom when they are ready. Jackson learned that unsolicited help often goes unappreciated. 7. When you feel proud of your knowledge. True wisdom is humble. The more you know, the less you need to prove it. The priest warned, if knowledge makes you arrogant, it is not wisdom. It is merely information. Jackson understood that real knowledge shines through actions, not words. 8. When someone is not ready for the truth. The truth is powerful, but only for those ready to hear it. Otherwise, it only creates resistance. The priest explained, a seed will not sprout in barren land. Speak only when the other person's heart is ready. Jackson realized that silence was sometimes the best way to let truth grow. 9. When things are beyond your control. Life does not always go as planned. When things are out of your hands, silence is your greatest peace. The priest shared, a river does not fight the rocks in its path. It simply flows around them. Learn from the river. Jackson learned to surrender to what he could not change. 10. When your heart is full of gratitude. The deepest gratitude is silent. When your heart is full, words are unnecessary. The priest smiled. When you truly feel peace, it needs no expression. Silence itself becomes your prayer. Jackson finally understood the transformation. Days turned into weeks, and Jackson practiced these lessons. He began to notice a change. His relationships improved, his mind became calmer, and he felt an inner strength he had never known before. People who once avoided him were now drawn to him. His silence was no longer loneliness, it was his power. He returned to the priest, bowed deeply, and said, Master, my life has changed. I have found my peace. The priest placed a hand on his head and said, the answer was always within you. You only needed silence to hear it. Dear friends, in a world full of no's, silence is a rare strength. Learn to use it wisely. Which of these moments of silence speaks to you the most? Let me know in the comments. If this story inspired you, share it with someone who needs to hear it. Stay blessed. Person with folded hands.